The Fed pledged patience. Earnings were solid, and those two things combined were a recipe for a rally on Wall Street today. It started with Apple's results that we told you about last night. Then came a strong report this morning from Boeing, which was followed then by the Fed, which suddenly seems to be speaking Wall Street's language. And when all was said and done, the Dow was up a strong 434 points today, back above 25,000. The Nasdaq added 154, and the S&P was up 41. Bob Pisani has more on this big day on the market from the New York Stock Exchange.
Stocks roared higher today on a handful of positive news and earnings beats. The Dow jumped more than 500 points at session highs to cross back over 25,000, with Apple and Boeing alone adding more than 200 points today. Now, the Federal Reserve wrapped up its first meeting of the year, and the language used in today's Fed statement showed a change in tone, saying the Fed remains patient when it comes to rate hikes and that balance sheet policy is entirely flexible. Those are the two things the market wanted to hear. And while bond yields sunk on the heels of those comments, overall, traders were happy. Now, never mind that the Fed did not change its economic outlook. The change in tone alone was good for more than 20 points in the S&P 500. That happened right after their announcement was made. Now, this is the good news. Here's the bad news. The market is looking very pricey right now. The S&P 500 has punched through its recent trading range. It's now trading at its highest level since December 6th. It's pricing in an awful lot of good news. Not just a patient and dovish Fed, but optimism over trade talks and the continuation of what I call slowing but still positive earnings growth. Here's the bottom line. In an environment with a lot of positives priced in and very limited earnings growth, the higher the market goes, the tougher it's going to be really bullish. For Nightly Business Report, I'm Bob Pisani at the New York Stock Exchange.